Good morning, and welcome to another episode of GenerationU. Today, we have Preston Cook as our guest.
I wanna rock! Hey everybody, thanks for having me on.
So Preston, I heard there was actually a time in your life where you couldn't actually read.
Yeah, so, well, look at it. Everybody has that time in their life where they can't read, but for most people, that's from 0 to 4. For me, that happened until I was about 8, 9 years old. So, the reason for that was when I was little, like in kindergarten, I could read words and I'd understand them, but I couldn't understand it when they be in sentences together. I couldn't understand what a sentence would, like, the meaning of it. So my kindergarten teacher, she saw that I was struggling with it, and then she didn't really do anything about it to help me. And so it's basically same story with first grade. So I just kept getting further and further behind. And then eventually I was like, going into second grade, I can't even read a Dr. Seuss book and comprehend what it's saying. So that handicapped me a lot when I was younger, especially in those first 2 years.
How to read, Preston?
So it was about second grade. I had a teacher, her name was Miss Scales. That woman is an angel. And she took time, she saw I was behind, like, and at this point I'm reading on a less than a kindergarten level. And she took time to go one-on-one with me every day for a few minutes, working with me. And she saw that the problem was that it wasn't that I didn't know how to read, it was that I couldn't comprehend all the sentences going together in my mind. It's like they jumble up. And so she took that one-on-one time with me, and that really helped me to learn how to read. And then I started reading more. And I would read at almost all the spare time I had. I would be reading after she taught me that, because I would get frustrated before, and I'd just quit. I'd give up on reading.
How much do you think this has not only helped you in your schoolwork, but in your daily life?
It's, well, I mean, I'd say it helped me more in the daily life than the schoolwork, honestly, because you have to read every day, like going down the road, you're reading signs, and but in school, if she hadn't helped me, I feel like I would just kept getting behind like a snowball. And eventually, I definitely wouldn't have went to college. I don't know if I would have graduated high school or not, because just the frustration that I felt trying to read but not being able to comprehend, that just it would make me very mad and upset. And then so at the end of that year, I went from reading at kindergarten level to a 5th grade level, which, like, that's a really big improvement over 1 year. And then from high school, I graduated as valedictorian, and I honestly don't think that would have happened if she didn't teach me how to read and understand it.
All right, thank you, Preston Cook, for joining us today and talking to us a little bit about your life and how you've went through it.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Generation U. Come back next week for more.